Hello, good afternoon from our side.
Hello.
My name is Merje Einla. I am team manager in Swedbank. I have two cross-functional teams. We are developing software for Baltic lending services. Teams are around 10 people, so I have 20 nice colleagues to cooperate. And I have been leading IT teams in Swedbank for 10 years. So that's why, for me, succession topic is extremely close to my heart. And I also have successions at home, as I'm mother of 3.
So, you have 3 kids at home.
Yeah.
So do I. So it means we both have succession project at home. So
And
hello
something in
everyone.
common.
I'm Emily. I'm originally from Hong Kong, but I live in Estonia already for 15 years. So I work, as mentioned, I work in Swedbank. I'm used to be the team manager for infrastructure team in Swedbank Group Business Intelligence Unit. And now I'm the head of BI Operations Guild for Group Business Intelligence Units as well. But before we enter our topic today, maybe let's have a check over about you, how burning this topic regarding you. So on the screen, you see our topic. How many juniors do you have in your team? And we have a Menti, so a little bit exercise for you guys. So please take out your phone, enter the number 3096 0854, sorry. And how many juniors do you have in your team? 3 options. Very easy for you, 0 to 20%, 21 to 50%, or 51% or more. So, number is coming.
Nice.
We'll have roughly a minute for
Yeah,
that, maybe. Or
let's give some time. Take your time. Wow.
wow, wow, wow. So you guys are really senior team, don't you?
Mm-hmm. Which is good as well. Why not? Still not answering. But I think trend here already is quite clear. Good to see that blue line has a lot of respondents. So topic of juniors is a topic, and this red one tells us as well that it's especially a topic for some of us here. So very nice. Thank you. Can we have slides back, please? Perfect.
So, Merje, you have been team manager for a software engineer team for 10 years plus. So you must have recruited juniors, seniors both for the
Some
team.
of them, yeah.
And we all know that we need both junior and senior people to run the show in the team, in the department or the unit. So maybe you can share with us and the audience why dealing with succession is so important.
Yeah, succession planning, I look at as part of talent management. To know your key roles, to skill them, to a bit of pre-think what might happen in a certain situation when somebody is leaving. So as first why, basics for why to deal with succession, I would say it is to survive and to have continuity in whatever you do. And having right people in right place, I think you all agree, this is the way for starting to create quality as well. It means you will be ready if somebody is leaving, you will be ready for crisis moments, at least better prepared than while not dealing with that topic at all. What would you add from your side?
If I would add, I would think first we need to have some motivated successors, because when we deal with succession, actually we need to have very well thought planning and training so that we can have the knowledge passed on from seniors to junior. So during this process, the trust in the team will be built, and in the same time, actually the successor will be motivated also because their knowledge can pass on. And second thing I would think of is stressless vacation. I'm a human being. I'm also an employee. Of course, I like to have as many vacations as I can. And we are all human beings. We are not robots. So we like to have work-life balance. So think about it. If you are on vacation on the beach enjoying the sun outside, you really want to have your colleague able to handle the daily operations for you, even in the crisis mode. I don't think any of us would like to get a call during vacation, right?
I can't agree more.
Yes, please don't call me when I'm on vacation. So,
yeah. So, Emily, you mentioned you are head of operations guild in BI. Mm-hmm. And I think it's now good moment to continue sharing our tips and tricks. I know you have a lot of senior people in your team.
Quite.
So people being more than 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think there is a lot to share from tips and tricks side as well.
But, when we thought about tips and tricks,
that's the first thing you'd bring.
There's a lot of in my mind when I interview. But I have so many thoughts, maybe we can balance a little bit.
Yeah,
so otherwise,
we will do it.
I keep talking, I will be thirsty. So first is I think it's important is the interest towards the area. Mm-hmm. What I mean, like today when the conference focused on software development IT, so I will focus on IT as well. Mm-hmm. So we are from that area. IT is hot topic, world trend. There's also a lot of program propagates IT in the world. So in other words, actually it's rather easy for us to get candidates. At least I think some of you have experienced also when you have an opening, actually a lot of applicants sending in their resumes and CVs. So do I. Like I said, my area, Group Business Intelligence Unit, actually is a very big IT unit in Swedbank. So when I have opening for position, let's say 2 years ago regarding data lake on-prem operations team, I opening, there's 100 CV. So of course it takes me a lot of times to go through all the CVs. I have some keywords in my mind. I need the help from my teams to help me to read some CVs as well. But it takes time, but it pays out because I do find very good candidates after this. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Perfect. And talking about good candidates, I would bring out topic of cooperation with universities. And that has several good reasons why to contribute here. And what can be done here, for example, to gain the relevant skilled students already from university, to have on workplace less time for mentoring, less time for living in. It is to participate in boards of educations. I am myself a Swedbank representative in TalTech for business IT curricula, and I really feel it gives good benefits to cooperate, to give feedback what could be the skills needed in workplace. So students coming from there, they already have it. They can start already delivering much more quicker. Also being a guest lecturer, so perfect chance exactly already to teach the skills that will be needed later on. Also why to cooperate with universities is to become the preferred employer among students. Reasons why having hundreds of CVs. For that, what can be done by companies is to provide, for example, IT scholarships, which also Swedbank does. Do some cooperational projects with universities where juniors can gain extra competencies and extra skills. And different traineeship programs. So in Swedbank we have Kickstart Career, which is currently actively ongoing. In Estonia, we have IT Academy. In Lithuania, we have data and analytics.
I think data and analytics program also in Estonia, Latvia, I think. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yes. But we will talk about these experiences very soon. And third point, okay, yes. So let's talk about traineeship programs.
Yes, why not? Mm-hmm. So I think juniors program are very interesting. I like to involve quite a lot in juniors program because how do we attract the people to the company? Of course, company is a branding, the name, and the people will think, okay, when I'm looking for a job, I will look at this company and go to the webpage. Like you hear today, many presentations also, there's a job hunting, job searching as well. And so when these people come, and then they will look for what program or what position they can join, especially junior. I do think programs are very good sandbox playground environment for them to have the hands-on experience. So because, mention once again, I'm from Swedbank, so I need to be Swedbank example more. So we have the IT Academy, data analytics. So IT Academy, I would use the example because one of my team actually built a sandbox environment for IT Academy. And we have the real proxy copy of the production environment, encrypt data. So the junior come, then they will through the exercise assessment. Also, we have the mentor system to help them to really play, making the models, how to develop it with this playground environment. And when they are mature enough, can stand certain level of stress. I mean, the junior, senior, of course, they can stand a lot more stress, yeah? So when they can stand the stress, then naturally they will start working with the agile team in reality, in real world. So they will see what are we doing with the agile team, what is the stand-up, the Jira board, everything they are doing daily basis. And when they are good enough, we have the processing assessment. If they are good, then of course they will get the job offer later on. Before this presentation, actually I do a little bit research also. In IT Academy, we take around 40 to 50% of the people, the juniors in this program. And for data analytics, roughly 60 to 70%. So we do find very good candidate there. Have you tried this program also?
I have experience with Kickstart. So I can say I'm a Kickstart fan myself. This year will be my 4th year when we will be taking trainees to our team through that program. And why, as a team manager, I really like these kind of programs is that it really creates a basis for finding good candidates and quickly. They find us easily. So that is consequent work of this Kickstart program as well, that they have done it already. We have run it already for several years, so students know us, they want to join us. Second point, why I like it is that we always will give some concrete task for trainees to fulfill during the period. And by the way, we never take them only during summer period. We like to take them until end of year at least, so to have like longer time to contribute. So we will, through those concrete tasks, we will get something real done for ourselves as well. And in addition, this program creates different kind of events throughout the summer. So besides concrete work in the team, the program takes care that the social part is great as well for trainees. So there are different sessions, different discussions. They will get to know more about Swedbank in general. They will get to know more about self-education programs, some cooperational works usually done for them as well. And talking about the statistics, I have this good outcome of that personally as well throughout this previous years. Basically, all trainees have found jobs later on in Swedbank. 2 of them in my own team. And 1 person didn't find it because through the traineeship program, she understood that this is actually not what she wants to do, and which is great as well, isn't it? Yes, so as next, tips and tricks, skills to notice talented juniors, a bit related to previous discussion as well. And that is cooperation of team manager, team and recruiter. I hope we all agree that recruiting decision is not the sole decision of team manager. It is a cooperation. Hiring juniors, I like to use interviews definitely to get more. I like to use during interviews tricky questions. So to understand what is the way of thinking, how they analyze problems with what they maybe haven't faced before. And regarding software engineer positions as well, tech interviews, which was talked about in last session. Also, I see here is very beneficial cooperation with universities. Concrete example, I had a teammate working as a co-lecturer. She's listening online now as well. Hello, Britta. She was, during the work in universities, we had very good insider information about the bright minds on that class. And we had chance to invite the person to join our Kickstart program. And the person is now working in my team, and we are happy. What I want to say regarding juniors, I think personality very often beats the technical skills. So the understanding of the cultural thinking, the values, the fit for company, I think that is a topic, definitely.
For me, it's interesting to hear you talk about using tricky questions for interview. So do I. We have technical interview. We also use tricky questions. And I still remember one of the tricky questions has been asked by my team member to the candidate is how many people use the Tallinn tram as a transportation every day. So then we listen the logic, how does it calculate? It makes the candidate usually, oh, what's going on? But after a while, they figure out why we ask these questions.
Good example.
Yeah, although using a tricky question seems very nasty, but
can create like uncomfortable situations, definitely.
Yes.
But then again, you are there to support the candidate because it's a cooperation, the interview.
Exactly. So after this kind of tricky question, tough interview, when the person become part of the team member, of course, we need to support the junior in the team. And so me as a manager for a while, I do feel the support from the manager is super important because that person comes to the team, it's a new environment, what to do, how to merge with the team. And so it means that in the team, then from the management, we have to have a regular checkup with the person, how he's doing, any challenges he's facing, any difficulties, what's the progress, and then also minimize the expectation, not minimize, narrow the gap of the expectation of the juniors, seniors, and the manager. So I think this is very important. And one thing I really want to highlight is training budget for the juniors, also the seniors. All of us, I think, like to learn more. We have growth mindset. I always feel that people need to grow more, to learn more. So training budget is important so that the people can go to conferences. We all like to go to conferences, right? Like enjoy and learn something new, workshops, training. So this can really make the person have more exposure to the area of what they are in. So this is what I feel. But I have mentioned so many support from the management. And but I feel this support is not only for the juniors, it's also should be for the seniors. Otherwise, the seniors will feel overwhelming. Also, like all the attention is on the juniors. And what do you think?
Regarding support, I would like to bring out the supporting mindset of team members. So. Supportive onboarding already from day number 1. Junior joins your premises, your room, to have this welcoming atmosphere, to feel homey, to feel safe, to start living in. Also to pre-think your onboarding steps. What needs to be done before, what needs to be done on the first day, and then later on as well. And extra important role is a mentor. I think it's the crucial role to succeed in turning juniors into seniors. Somebody who will be known from the person from day 1. That's your person. Please, if you have problem, these are problems with what you can turn to. The person will be supporting, mentoring, coaching, giving feedback, and reviewing the tasks as well. So. Crucial thing to think, to have this supporting body for juniors.
But you talk about mentor, actually, this is also one thing I use very often. And actually, all of my team, when I recruit a person, there's a mentoring system. because the mentor actually can really directly help the person to have shorter learning curve. This is my idea. But I have an example once how the mentoring work in my team. It was sort of like new to me, this concept, but afterward I really like it and I have used it quite some times. At that time, let's call I have a junior A joining my team. So junior A joined my team, so there's a senior taking care of this junior A. And after 6 months, there's another junior, let's call him junior B, so make it easier, 2 juniors. So the senior actually is quite occupied in initiative at that time, so that's too much for the senior. Once again, okay, train another junior. So the junior A actually proposed, we have a discussion, he said, why don't I take care of the junior B? So then maybe I can try something new as well. I said, okay, let's give a go for this. We are open-minded manager, right? Let's try. And the senior and I will just regularly to check, ensure direction is correct, all are cool. So this go on. After 4 months, our general probation period or the checkup time, the feedback was really good. Why? From the junior A, he said that, okay, when I trained the junior B, actually it refreshed myself what I have learned for all those times when I was a junior. Yeah. So I think what I have done, what I have not done so good as a lesson learned, I pass on to junior B. And with this process, he also feel he's respected, like a junior, like a new person in the team. He feels he's respected because there's a junior B next to him. And the junior B feel this is very cool. First of all, like I said, the lesson learned is a direct tips from the junior A. And he also said that this is the way actually help him to learn people so fast because there's junior A and then there's seniors and then the manager. So he got a lot of attention. Actually, he feel really nice about it. So after that, actually, I have continued to use this system several times. And so far, I'm not regretted.
No, perfect. And that is maybe something to think on this onboarding as well, who can to lessen the load of mentors. Some topics can be trained by others, and what is the mentor focus then? Nice. Then next, I think crucial thing about growing juniors to seniors is thinking about the personal development opportunities. So to be aware what are internal career possibilities, starting in the team, you're joining the team, to have the team work set up so that it will be like logical to start gaining and simple to start gaining more and more complex tasks. At some point might be relevant to know what's going on wider in the company, so to be open with that opportunities as well, because to reuse people who already know the competencies or know the organization, again, like onboarding process, much more easier. We are having career letters for that, so it's constantly visible what are internal opportunities. And in the team, what can be done as well regarding growing, gaining more experience, taking new tasks, is reshuffling the roles in team. Very easy to do in case somebody is leaving, so there is always good side of leavers as well. You can have discussion who can take over, start learning new tasks. Yes. And how to be aware of all of that, I think good, relevant personal development talks. This is something where it's possible to share information, what's currently ongoing, so to talk about shorter term goals, what's going to happen in shorter period of time, but also to be aware what is longer perspective. So for me as manager, not to be surprised that somebody is thinking about something else, what I have been thinking, and also from the junior point of view, I think it will create motivation because the junior will know what's going to wait for him in that company, in that team. And what helps me a lot are general role descriptions. Wanted to talk about that as well. We used to have very narrow role descriptions. You're analyst, you're tester, you're a person, service manager dealing with maintenance. We have now in Swedbank software engineer role, which contains responsibilities for IT analysis, for development, from testing, and for maintenance as well. So it is really only discussion, agreement, and decision to start for the junior, or actually as well senior, to start taking some new tasks, some new role in the team. No paperwork.
But we have emphasized so much on the junior. At the end, actually, I would say we do need the balancing between the juniors and the seniors in the team. If we put attention only on the juniors and then the seniors will feel they are neglected, if opposite way, then juniors don't feel homey in the team, so the learning curve will be longer. So balancing is always, I feel, very important in terms of the skills and also the atmosphere in the team. So they need to be equal, and I think this is a cooperation between everyone in the team. Balancing actually is a big work in my mind. So the team has different genders, skills, and everything. So we mentioned a lot of the technical skills and something like that in this presentation. But one thing I want to really highlight is the soft skills for the team. Soft skills, I mean like the willingness to take initiative, the open-minded for taking or giving responsibility, and also the way how to incorporate people. So soft skills and technical skills come hand in hand. I even feel actually soft skills sometimes more important than technical skills, because technical skills can learn on the way when doing.
True.
But soft skills is something a little bit more difficult to change.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
True. Mm-hmm. Time to wrap up, I think. Mm-hmm. So we know there are juniors, there are seniors in each team. I will take away this last point exactly, balance, really important stuff. And I think these, yes, are tips and tricks that we figured out while preparing for the talk. I think it's really general for any organization. But most important things I would still point out: mentoring, and you know what's your career path in the company. So I hope you also gained some tips and tricks, useful ones. Thank you for listening.
Thank you.